especially our BIPOC community in the town, and help grow businesses here in Carrboro. The Town of Carrboro Economic Development Department offers a lot of resources that we hope that you will reach out to us and can help take advantage of. They include a variety of options from helping connect you with resources to start your business or to grow your business as you continue to grow and you're having trouble or coming across challenges, whether that's marketing or financing, and we can get you in touch with resources that we work with. We partner with a lot of state agencies as well, and can get you access to free counseling and things like that. We also have our small business revolving loan program, so it's a great way, a great opportunity to take advantage of some lower interest loans that we really focus on kind of that gap financing. So if you've got some other financing sources and are really just short a little bit to get your business up off the ground, we want to be able to connect you with that revolving loan program to give you the resources you need to get that business to the finish line. And we also work with a lot of workforce development agencies as well. So if you're having problems with getting employees in, as I know we all have been struggling with that recently, we want to help connect you with those resources as well. So with that, I said I wasn't going to take 15 minutes, so I'm about to wrap it up. Is there any questions you all have, or any questions that, anything specific you all want me to kind of tackle?
The question number one would be, what do you have to do in order to be qualified for the loan fund?
So for the loan fund, you are required to be located in Carrboro. We do have a region that is outside of the town limits of Carrboro, but those are for agricultural-based businesses. So if you are an agricultural-based business in western Orange County, kind of west of Carrboro, we've got a specific map that we can tell you if you're in or out, but agricultural-based businesses outside of the town limits can take advantage of that. Any other questions?
Was there another question?
Yep.
Can you share what the new focus is on moving forward for the town's economic development department?
Sure. So we're actually doing a lot of work right now with our land use development ordinance, and so the town's actually getting ready to start rewriting that to make it easier for, hopefully easier for developers to build. I know many people who may be looking for retail space or office space in Carrboro might be a little hard to find right now, and so we're trying to really make it easier for you to find and make, part of that is also going to be an affordability component, so how do we make retail and office spaces more affordable in Carrboro as well. So we've got that going on, as well as our downtown plan. Really, those are going to be kind of the two big things over the next year. We just revamped our revolving loan to make it substantially more equitable and easier to access those funds, and so that's another key component that we just finished up. And the theme that we'll be working on, of course, throughout, it's a pillar of the community, really is climate action and racial equity. So those are two big things that we're going to be focusing on as a town, and that includes the economic development department and all of our programming as well. Yeah. Hold on, we gotta wait for them to come up here.
I heard you guys say you were working on a lot more diversity inclusion or diversity equity. How are you guys on the administrative level incorporating more of the diversity inclusion in business transaction or business sourcing for your target demographic in Carrboro?
Yeah, so again, kind of the recruitment component is a little sparse right now because we don't have a lot of places to put a business. We have limited office space and limited retail space. So, but the goal is, and that's really kind of one of the components of this summit, is really to help make sure that we can support and bring the resources to BIPOC entrepreneurs. You know, we're not looking to come out and say, this is how you need to run your business. we're trying to bring those resources and, you know, the great work Latasha does, for example, to you to help give you the resources, the education, the knowledge, pass that knowledge on from generation to generation so that we can continue to grow those businesses, BIPOC businesses here in Carrboro. The revolving loan program was a key component of that as well. The previous program made it very difficult if you did not own any assets to access those funding. We understand that for BIPOC communities especially, accessing the financing for your business is crucial. And so that was one thing that we really felt was an area we needed to expand into and make sure that we made that program much more equitable and easier to access. Did that answer your question?
No.
Oh, okay.
It was more so about pipeline, like what you guys done on the back that allows for not necessarily with small businesses that are just off the ground for a while or helpful.
So how existing businesses, what are we doing for existing businesses?
And how are you doing it on the back end? So like within your organization, how much of that is actually catered towards like diversity, inclusion, and equitable access in those ways and businesses in transaction versus just being targeting to offering resources to businesses that have money.
Sure, okay. Yeah, so one of the programs we do, that the town of Carrboro as a whole is a part of the GARE program. I don't know if you're familiar with that. It's a racial equity government program centered towards governments, focused on governments. And so with that, without going into too much detail about GARE, they have a program that is called the Racial Equity Lens. And so those are things that we, every time we start a new policy or we're going through starting a new program, we're really focusing on what's the racial equity components as a part of that program. So we do a full-blown, so it's like a 10 to 15 page analysis on the background of racism or equity disparity within this particular program, the history of it, as well as ways to alleviate that disparity. And so we go through that program. There's a staff committee that program has to be reviewed by, and then it ultimately also goes to our Racial Equity Commission, which has review of that program as well to ensure that there is racial equity incorporated within that component. And so that's basically what we're doing every day as far as our incorporating racial equity into the components that we're, whether it's programming or our budget when we're requesting new staff or financing. We've got to talk about and relate how we're using that funding and decreasing the disparity. For our department specifically, we're doing a disparity study currently on the town's procurement process. So that's headed by my department. And so that's something we're doing to really make sure that our procurement is happening equitably and that we're making sure that we're taking that we have the appropriate vendors in place in order to ensure equitable procurement. Is that better? Did I get it that time? Okay. All right. Thanks.
Do we have any more questions for Jon? I feel like it's on the tip of somebody's tongue. Anybody want to ask anything? There we go.
So outside of the
wait for the mic.
outside of the loan program, the resources, are they applicable to people outside Carrboro?
Yeah.
In Orange County?
In many cases, yes. There are resources through Orange County that we work with, financing resources. Those would be only available to businesses in Orange County. But most of the resources we're working with, we've got kind of in our new business resource center, we have like a 10-step to starting a business in Carrboro. 99% of that is applicable to any business in the state of North Carolina. So, yeah.
All right, great for awkward silence. Let's give Jon a round of applause.